Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Today I want to look at estate sales as more than just secondhand shopping events. On the surface, they can appear to be simple opportunities to buy furniture, antique, records, dishes, and household goods. But underneath that surface is a much deeper process. Estate sales happens at moments of transition after a death of a dearly departed loved one, during a tumultuous move, after downsizing when the kids leave the nest, or when a family must close one chapter of household life and turn it into liquidation. This is why this topic matters. An estate sale is not just about objects, it's about what happens when a private household becomes a temporary public marketplace. Most people think of an estate sale in very simple terms. They imagine a house being empty, a family trying to clear out belongings, and buyers showing up to hunt for bargains or collectibles. It can look like a practical cleanup process or a more formal version of a garage sale. That is the visible story. But the surface view misses something very important. Estate sales are not just about selling old things, they're about converting the contents of a life into priced inventory under emotional and time pressures. What is really going on at estate sales is a structured liquidation process. A family is taking objects that once lived inside a private home, furniture, rare art, jewelry, records, tools, dishes, decor, and putting them into public circulation. At the same time, an estate sale operator may be pricing, staging, and organizing those objects to maximize sales speed and recover value. Buyers and resellers walk through the same rooms, but they see something different than the family sees. The family may see memories. The operators see inventory. The buyer sees opportunity. So the hidden business is not merely selling goods, it is managing household transition through market logistics. The emotional layer is one of the deepest parts of the estate sales topic. Estate sales are often emotional events disguised as commercial ones. The lamp is not just a lamp. The dresser is not just furniture. The dishes are not just dishes. Many of these objects carry family history, habit, conflict, grief, and memories. One relative may want to keep something because it feels meaningful. Another may want it sold because the house must be cleared. That means the estate sales often doing two kinds of work at once. It is pricing objects, and it is forcing a family to decide what they are ready to release. Memory meets market, and not always comfortably. Estate sales only make sense when you see all three stakeholders clearly. First, the family or estate wants resolution, reduced burden, and some level of financial recovery. Second, the estate sale company wants efficient liquidation, credibility, and commissions on the total sale. Third, the buyer or reseller wants value, whether that means bargains, collectibles, hidden assets, or resale margin. The same object can mean something very different to each group. To the family, it may be a personal keepsake. To the operator, it may be a category to price. To the buyer, it may be merchandise or a profit. This is why this is such a rich and unique business model. Estate sales work beautifully because they create a temporary, high density retail environment out of one household's accumulation. A single home may hold decades of goods, ranging from practical household items to collectibles, vintage pieces, or hidden value assets. Families often need quick and orderly resolution, and Buyers are attracted by the chance to find concentrated value in one place. For resellers, especially, one estate sale can become a major sourcing event. So the model works because it compresses transition, inventory, and buyer demand into one short lived marketplace. This is the transition cycle. It usually starts with a major life event, a sudden death, a forced relocation, sudden guardianship, downsizing, or the sale of a house. Then the family decides it cannot or does not want to sort and sell every item alone, and the estate sale operator may step in, organize the contents, stage the home, price the goods, and market the event. Buyers arrive, they browse, purchase, and remove selected items. Then the leftovers move into other channels: donation, haul out, storage, or further sale. So the estate sale is not just a single event, it is a sequence that moves a home from lived in private space to clear property ready for its next chapter. Your business model overview formalizes this unique enterprise. The customer segments include families, executors, buyers, collectors, and resellers. The value proposition to the family is burden reduction, value recovery, and organized liquidation. Yet, the value proposition to the buyer is access to unique and distinguished goods and hidden bargains. The channels include in home sales, online estate sale directories, local signage, and buyer networks. Your revenues come from proceeds and commissions. The key activities are pricing items, staging, sorting, marketing, and sales management. The key resources are your household contents, the trust, expertise, and buyer traffic. In other words, the estate sale company is not simply hosting a sale, it is converting household transition into a functioning short term retail business. Your strength, weakness, opportunity, and strength snapshot shows why this model is both strong and delicate. Its strengths include concentrated inventory, urgent family need, professional liquidation value, and strong buyer interest. Yet, its weaknesses include emotional burden, pricing disputes, unsold items, and the trust pressure placed on the operators. Its opportunities includes appraisals, donation coordination, cleanout services, and growth into full household transition businesses. But the threats are serious too: mistrust, family conflicts, undervaluation claims, weak turnout, and the emotional reality that some people are not just ready to let go of things, even when the sale has already begun. So, estate sales are commercially useful, but emotionally unstable if not handled carefully. The big takeaway is that estate sales are not just about selling used goods. They are structured like systems where private memories become public inventory, household transition becomes market activity, and hidden value gets extracted under time and emotional pressures. This is what makes this such a revealing business model. The visible event is shopping. The hidden business is transition managed through liquidation. And the deepest question is not just what an object is worth, but what a family is ready to release in order to move forward. A garage sells clear clutter, an estate sale liquidates a life stage. Thank you.